to get that on the group, but I will at least be able to look at it myself, and then I'll make notes and put it in the group. If the scale goes up, there is that video on help, the scale went up. So I do really recommend going back and rewatching the videos because there's so much information in there. Like I'll watch it once and I will pick up one thing and then I watch it again. I go, oh, I didn't catch that. So, you kind of what really speaks to you at that moment, like what you need. But there were a couple of things that in the help, the scale went up, and you guys can, it's only like 2.5 minutes, not very long. It talked about constipation. So if you're constipated, drink more water, eat more veggies, move more, get more movement. And I have definitely noticed that if I hadn't come to the bathroom the day before, then the next day I probably haven't lost weight or I gained weight. Water retention from too much salt. So you had dinner out at a restaurant, you had macaroni and cheese, whatever it was, it had more salt in it. You're going to have water retention that time of the month. That always, you can always kind of anticipate that one. And then, and all of these is like go back to the 4 bunnies, or really drink more water, eat more veggies. Too much stress can add to it, or you ate dinner too late, or you treated yourself too much, or you ate too much. And I think a lot of that is that's where the tracker comes in. If you can notice a pattern of, well, maybe I am having really good food and I am plating, but maybe it's too much. My plate is too full. Maybe I need to back off a little bit. Sometimes we need the scale to go up so we can learn what's not working. So get really strong and focused on what we need to do. And then always be positive, be encouraged, and be empowered. And I honestly, I think that's probably one of the things about this program that I love the most is I really feel encouraged and empowered. I mean, I feel like because I know, and before, without really tracking all the time, it's just kind of a guess. You can think you remember what you had and how that affected you, but we can actually really see it. I think I've got my tracker's almost full. I actually ordered a new one. And they're not cheap, but to me it's worth it because it has everything in it. It has the time that you ate, it has how much water you drink, how much sleep you got, what was your mood, did you go to the bathroom, did you work out, did you have me time. I think I have one more week after this and then I get to start my new one. But anyway, she talked about water, and how some people were saying that can you have too much water? And it's true that you can, but usually that's equated to athletes who don't get enough electrolytes. So they lose a lot of water, but they're also losing electrolytes. So they're replacing the water, but they're not replacing the electrolytes. So you need to drink more water if you're exercising, if you have a lot of stress, if it's super hot, if you're breastfeeding or pregnant. And that's kind of common sense, I think, because I have heard that, and it usually is associated with athletes who really are just replacing water and not replacing enough. Amanda, you drink a lot of water, and Heather, so do you. That's not a problem for me. I've never had a problem with drinking. I like water. Sometimes I have to remember to drink water, but it's not a problem for me to drink water. I like water, so that's not an issue. But I really found it interesting what she was talking about with sleep, because I found this to be a true for me, because a lot of times I don't get enough sleep, I have a problem with going to bed early enough, and then I have to get up early regardless. So water keeps us full, and she said that cold water improves our metabolism. And I've always heard that if you have cold water with a little bit, a pinch of like Himalayan salt in the morning, that's supposed to be really good too. Start your day off. Like she says, drink your water before you even have your coffee. Have cold water. I didn't really pick up on that before. It quiets our hunger hormone it stretches our stomach and makes us feel full, and it gives us energy so we can focus better and then make better food choices. So that's the benefits of water. And then sleep, which I didn't know, it says if you get a minimum of 7 hours of sleep, it quiets our hunger hormone. And she said it's the ghrelin hormone. So I need to check that out. I don't know what the ghrelin hormone is, but that's your hunger hormone. So a minimum of 7 hours quiets the hunger hormone, and it reduces it and increases leptin, which is our satisfied hormone. Interesting, right?
Yeah, very.
So track your sleep. Oh, this is very interesting. And this is totally true, because this is what happened on Saturday because I was so tired. When you have low energy, you automatically crave the higher energy foods, which are carbs.
That explains a lot.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
And that's what carbs do. Carbs give you energy. But there's the good carbs, and then there's the carbs that like spike your energy, and then you take a dive. So just be very aware of that. Don't sleep well, and a lot of us, like Tabitha has a baby and 2 small children, and you know she just doesn't get a lot of sleep. So if you don't sleep well, you're going to crave more carbs. So drink more water, eat more veggies, and follow the Sure More model. And then be really careful about picking up your silly carbs. And she said that if you do eat carbs, make sure it's the high fiber and the low sugar, so you're getting the right amount of energy. That's my lesson for today.
That's really interesting on the sleep. You know, I've noticed the trend, but kind of like cravings, I just kind of assumed it was in my head a little bit. You know, if I didn't get enough sleep, I crave more carbs, or crave more silly carbs, really is what it comes down to. And I just always assumed it was mental, you know, like there was something in my head just trying to trick me. So it's good to know that it's not all, you know, there are some reasons behind it.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. And I've listened to that video again, but it's one of the ones where I just didn't pick up on the sleep part until I've actually seen it in my tracker and go, I'm wondering if sleep. And the next day, all I wanted was carbs. So it just totally makes sense. So, okay. Let's talk about goals. Heather, let's talk about goals.
I talked a little bit about goals on my live video. Sorry, it's been a long day. It's really hot, and Gemma had her visit, then we went to church, and then I worked out. So the last part of my day has been pretty stacked. So what I was talking about on my video, I have to think back to that point, was basically kind of getting kind of a shorter term goal. Like we all have like our goal weight where we eventually want to be, and that's kind of our long-term goal. So what I try to look at is kind of a goal for the week, or like the next 2 pounds, my goal for the week, and then having kind of a more medium range goal. Like for me, my 2 goals for the week are to get back into weight loss mode and lose those next 2 pounds, and then my other medium term goal is to get down in the 170s by the time my race starts in a month. And so I talked about like kind of what it takes to do that, and really starting to think in weight loss mode rather than, for me, excuse mode. Because I think for me it's really hard, like some of the old thinking still comes into play with this diet or eating plan, is that like, oh, no foods are off limits, so of course I can have that Blizzard, or of course I can have Chick-fil-A, but then like one Chick-fil-A adds up to like 2 Chick-fil-A's, and I keep kind of on that cycle. And so really like being like, okay, you can treat yourself, but make it once or twice a week, and then get right back on plan and really enjoy the treat so you aren't craving another one the next time. So that's kind of my goal. I don't know if we wanted to talk what your guys' goals were. I thought there were going to be more people on tonight. we'll all talk about our goals and maybe.
No, I think it's great. Sometimes to have that one-on-one is can be very beneficial. So, Amanda, what are your goals? What's your short-term goal?
My short-term goal, I'm really trying to focus on the 2 pounds thing, because ultimately I would like to, with my thyroid and everything, I gained in the last 2 years, I gained about 50 pounds, and I'd really like to lose that. And so I'm 15-ish pounds into it, 10 to 15. So I would really like to get there, but I'm really focusing on the 2 pounds thing. I'm not putting any more pressure on myself than that, because I am someone who gets overwhelmed and then just was like, you know what, it's not worth it. I can't do it. And so that's really my short-term goal. But in my head, as like a medium, I guess I like that medium range goal is, I just want to get down, like, not necessarily 10 pounds, but I want to see it drop from that, from the 0 to the 9, going down, and look at it that way. Because to me, that's a big deal when you drop down, into the next 10 down and the next 10 down. So I've been hovering right around that. So that's what I would really like to do in the next week or so, is see myself drop below, go from the 90 to the 80, or in that range. So
Okay, that's very realistic. So right now you're in the 190s, and you want to be
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was 192 this morning. So yes.
Okay. So if you could get to 189, then we
We're
will.
almost in the exact same place, Amanda, because I am 193 this morning, and my goal is to get to the 180s this week.
Yes.
189. We'll celebrate the 189.
How tall are you?
I'm only 5'2", so I have some hips on me and some boobs that I have noticed I've lost weight. That's what's going down. It's like those two things.
Why is that?
I know.
Does it go like this?
It should. That would make more sense, right?
It used to go like this. Actually, I'm an apple. Mine's all around my midsection. How tall are you, Heather?
I am 5'3.5".
Okay, you guys are pretty close.
Half inch a lot.
All right, so my goal is, I think I weighed 154 this morning, and I've lost 35 pounds, and I've kept it off the last 2 years. So I've kind of been stuck and hovering at this spot, and I really want to get to 149. I really want to get to 149. But that doesn't have to happen in 1 week. That's like a 2-week goal, because that's 5 pounds, right? The lowest I've been on this is 152. So I need to get back to 152 and keep it there, and then get to 149. So those are my short-term and midterm goals. So we'll celebrate that, you guys. That's a good goal. Alana talked about having the road to, so like when you're at a birthday party or a wedding or a picnic or a celebration, and somebody, all the food's around you, and hey, do you want another, beer or whatever, you say, no, thank you. I'm RT 149. So you're RT 189. You're on the road to 189. So yeah, it's just kind of a simple saying, like on your water bottle. I love my water bottle. I don't know what it is about this water bottle, but I really love my water bottle. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know why. So you guys keep that in your thoughts this week. So in your head, keep your goal in mind. And she says that progress is fun, and it is when you hit those little goals, and to enjoy the journey. So that's remembering that we're in weight loss mode until you get to maintenance mode. So we need to remember that we're in weight loss mode. Paste it on the bathroom mirror, fridge, at work. Just put that RT 189, or or the 80s, whatever you want, RT 80s, whatever you want to do, and have that in front of you so it's a constant reminder. on the road to something bigger and better. And then we talked about last week about how important it is to plan ahead. So kind of know what events are coming up. Are you on vacation all week, Amanda?
I am, and we're going camping again. We went in June. We're going this different group, but we're going in July. And that's, I think, the hardest thing for me. It's really easy when I'm home and I can make my own food. It's when I'm with other people and they're making food, and you start to like pick apart. Like I'll like take off the bun, and then you have to answer weird questions about like, what, are you not hungry? Do you not like it? It's like, no, just I'm doing a nutrition thing, and I don't mind explaining it, but like about the third or fourth time in a week, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. So yes, I'll just eat your hot dog and go about it. So I prepped this week though. This weekend I've spent a lot of time prepping stuff for us to have in our cooler that I can just eat as part of my meal, so I don't have to worry about it so much.
Good job.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I know on Friday when I was working, we had our captured lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So we couldn't leave Heather, so I let everybody order food, and they could either order from Big Town Hero next door or Bellagio's. And I had brought my food, and I'm like, oh, but I can have food. The branch will pay for it, and I can go to the store, and I can do whatever I want. It was really, really hard, but I stuck to I had a hamburger patty with half a bun and tomatoes and lettuce. And I was telling the girl, I'm like, well, I'm just going to, have an open face, because an open face is a happy face. They just looked at me and they're like, what? oh, okay. Open face sandwich, one piece of bread, no bun. And they're like, okay. So that's fun. All right, that's everything that I have. How about you? You guys have anything else you want to talk about? Any other concerns? What's coming up?
I don't think so.
All right, Heather.
That's about all that I have.
Okay. I think we should all have a piece of paper, make it fancy, have your daughter, have Gemma do it. She can write on there RT 189.
180s.
180s. 180s. 180s S. Okay.
I like that.
Let's do it. And we'll post it, and everybody will feel really bad that they didn't show up tonight. Okay.
All right, guys, have a good week.
Thanks.
Yep. Have fun, lady. See you later. Bye.